Is your desire for weight loss or to achieve this certain body aesthetic ideal actually yours? I understand it very much feels like your desire to achieve this, but there's this really interesting theory developed by this historian, philosopher named Rene Girard. And what he suggested is that we as humans have this really interesting behavior where we tend to want to mimic what other people desire. And he called it mimetic desire. So we essentially look to those around us to see what it is that we want for ourselves. So if we notice in the culture that a lot of people are valuing this particular thing, and in this case, in our culture, it's definitely thinness and a certain body aesthetic, that we take that on as our own desire. And there are a lot of reasons for that. One of them is that we have this really primal desire to belong to the group. If we were not part of a group way back when, then our survival was at risk. And so to belong to a group, to be in with the group was really good for our own survival. And although that it doesn't really apply today, our survival's not at risk if the people around us don't agree with us or we're not a part of their group, we still have this really primal urge and instinct to be accepted and approved of by other people. And so when thinness and body aesthetics is such a prominent desire in our society, we can take that on as our own. But really, I encourage you to consider if this is really, truly, deeply something that you want for yourself. I'm going to suggest that it's not. I'm going to suggest that you were born and came into this world with a much greater desire and purpose than to spend so much of your mental time and energy and money on managing your weight, achieving a certain body aesthetic, and trying to keep that for as long as possible. That this goal and desire is actually taking you away from doing what you really want in life, on focusing your attention on that, and it's also taking you away from doing what is really actually healthy for you. So just to have you really consider, where does this desire come from? We are so heavily conditioned by what is valued and what is seen as an ideal goal to achieve in our society. And this pursuit of thinness, this idea of just trying to spend so much of our time and energy that we're a better person, that we're more valued, that somehow we should be applauded and acknowledged for having a particular look or body size, is something we've taken on. But I would say that a lot of what is driving that is the desire to belong, the desire to be valued and to stay in the group. But we don't have to do that anymore in order to survive. And I would say that for us to really evolve as a culture, that it's really to our benefit to be connected to what we really, really, truly desire, what makes us light up inside, what really interests us, what compels us, not something that's driven by fear or this hope that other people will appreciate us, but what feels fulfilling inside of us. And when we can anchor into that and then acknowledge and respect other people's inner desires that lights them up and their passions, then we would have more of a harmonious society instead of all us trying to be like everyone else and then end up ostracizing those who don't fit what our beliefs are or what we think is ideal. Really our truer happiness comes from connecting with ourselves. And the pursuit of a thin body or a certain aesthetic, while we may really think that that is what we desire, I would say is not really our own desire. And so it's worth taking some time to question that and to connect with, what is it that really I truly desire for myself right now?